We can start. Yeah.
Good afternoon to one and all present here, respected fathers, teachers, and my dear friends. We, the members of Group 1, are going to present on the topic education. Without any further ado, I would like to call Omisa Bista for explaining about the introductions and types of education.
Education. Education is not preparation for life, education is life itself. Saying this quote, I like to start with the topic. As our topic is education, actually, what education is? Education is the process of facilitating learning or the gaining of knowledge, skills, values, beliefs, and habits, or generally preparing oneself for others intellectually for mature life. Educational methods include teaching, training, storytelling, discussion, and directed research. It includes both teaching and learning. Now let's move into another topic, that is types of education. There are three types of education: formal education, non formal education, and informal education. Formal education. Formal, Formal education is usually in school. It is a structured and systematic form of learning. It is the one that works under the framework set by individual boards of education. Next is non formal education. Non formal education is that is framed according to the requirement of a particular job. This type of training is not considered as a necessity but more of skills. Next one is informal education. Informal education is the type of knowledge that one gains through several life experiences. This knowledge can be the one that we obtain from our parents or elders. People can also get an informal education by reading many books from library or educational website. This may also be called self-education.
Now we have Aaron Rai for explaining about the importance and comparisons of education.
Education has a lot of importance. Some of the importance are it helps in happy and sustainable life. If you want to lead a happy life and enjoy the good things the world has to offer, you certainly need to get educated. A great job, a good social reputation are few of many benefits of being an educated person. Education is must for a promising and secure future and a stable life. The next importance of education is in earning money. An educated person has more chances of landing up a good high paying job. Money may be called as the root of all evil, but most people will agree that money is important for survival in today's world. The more educated you are, the better career options you have. The next important of education is it makes you self-dependent. Education is very important if you want to be self-dependent person. It helps you become financially independent, but that's not all. Education also makes you wiser so that you can make your own decisions. The next importance of education is in development of society. We all live in a society which has its own set of spoken and unspoken rules, and one of them is education. The society accepts you to go to school, followed by college, get a job, settle down, etc. In fact, education helps you become a useful member of the society. An educated member certainly has a greater chance to contribute to its community. Education helps you become an active member of the society and participate in the ongoing changes and developments. The next importance of education is saves you from being cheated or fooled. Education saves you from being exploited and fooled. We live in a country where we enjoy a number of rights and freedoms. It's easier to take advantage of innocent and illiterate people. They may be trapped into signing false documents or deprived of some rights which they have because, unlike an educated person, they are not well aware of the rights and freedoms. The next importance of education is for economic growth of the nation. Australia, USA, and Japan are few countries with high literacy rate. These countries are extremely prosperous and the citizens have a high per capita income. On the other hand, in underdeveloped and developing nations where literacy rate is not as high, a number of people are still living below the poverty line. Education is vital for the economic prosperity of a nation. The last importance of education is it helps in better communication. A good education helps one communicate better. Communication includes speech, signs, gestures, and even body language. A person with better education has refined speech and other ways of communication. Even his body language sounds confident and optimistic due to education. Without basic education, it would be difficult to write an email, letter, or even use a smartphone. Now let's watch a small video about importance of education.
You have a sound with you for the video?
Yes, Father.
Maybe that
There is,
sound does not come.
but sound is coming here.
Oh, I didn't get the sound. Just play once again. Others, are they getting the sound?
No, Father.
No, no. When you use this one, there is an option down. When you share it, there's a you can. Are you sharing from the there's an option. Anil, there is an option there. When you share it, okay. When you share the video, there'll be down. When you go to the Zoom, there'll be option of sharing. Do once again. Try that one. When you begin to share, okay, video. When you begin to, yes, directly connected to the PowerPoint. Only you are getting. The host is getting. Others are not getting. Just I'm sharing the screen. Just see how to share. Is the video already uploaded in the?
Father, is sound coming now?
Yeah, now it's okay. Yeah, fine. Now it is coming. Yeah, it's okay now. You tried now once again. Yeah, fine. So take note of this, huh?
Yeah, Father.
So now let us compare between the education of the past and in today's world. If you look back in the history, education was based on books and literatures. There was no internet connection or Google facilities where we can get information suddenly. Only boys were given education. In the early ages, formal education used to include religious knowledge. Education was very comprehensive and they used to cover all aspects, especially physical health and personal skills were very important to the teachers of the previous time. They wanted the students to learn spiritual and physical education. Comprehensive and extensive learning was not easy before. In the early days, there was no formal institutions like schools and colleges to impart education. Education was imparted in religious institutes like ashram, monastery, and church. Pupils learned about the holy scripts and religious rites and rituals from their teachers. The medium of education was Sanskrit, but nowadays education is based on tablet, mobile, laptop, and computer. Nowadays, students can get information suddenly by sitting any part of the world. Men and women can get the opportunities to learn at their best. Education is available for everyone. In fact, in few states, more women are graduates as compared to men. Getting education is more easier than past. Students can get education from sitting in home. There are online reading books easily accessible in cheap rates. Education is very advanced these days.
Now we have Anil Sunar for explaining about the people who contribute for the education and some important famous quotes.
There are many persons who contributed on the field of education. Some of them are listed below. The first one is Aristotle. Aristotle strongly believed in the importance of an education that studies the real world and then draw conclusion and gains knowledge through analytical exercise. With practically everything that is done today and taught today, there is some relevant relation to that of Aristotle and his beliefs. The next is Malala Yousafzai. She fights for girls' education. In recent years, no one has given more of a voice to girls' education than Malala Yousafzai. A relentless flight for education has transported her to international fame. The next we have Nelson Mandela. President Nelson Mandela founded the Nelson Mandela Institute for Education and Rural Development (NMI) to take forward his legacy work in education and rural development. The last one is Jai Prithvi Bahadur Singh. He was from Nepal. He established the first Nepali language school. He also brought out many books for students. He also opened school for orphans. He is also known as the father of education in Nepal. Aristotle said that the education differed from the uneducated as much as the life differed from the dead. I don't want revenge on the Taliban. I want education for sons and daughters of the Taliban was the saying of Malala Yousafzai. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. It is one of the famous saying by Nelson Mandela. Here are some famous educational quotes. I am reading some of them for you. The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet, which was given by Aristotle. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. Was given by the father of science, Albert Einstein. Live as if you were to die tomorrow, learn as if you were to live forever. One of the famous person of India, Mahatma Gandhi. Upon the subject of education, I can only say that I view it as the most important subject which we as people may be engaged in, which was given by Abraham Lincoln. Educating the mind without educating the heart is not education at all. It is also given by Aristotle. With gun, you can kill terrorists. With education, you can kill terrorism. It was said by Malala Yousafzai. Education is no longer thought of as a preparation for adult life, but as a continuing process of growth and development from birth until the death. Stephen Mitchell, by education, I mean an all-around drawing of the best inside and man in body, mind and spirit. Mahatma Gandhi. Thank you.
Now we have Avian Tamang for problems and solutions of education.
As there are many problems on educational field. Let's study the factors creating problems in educational field. The first we have poverty. Poverty reduces a child's readiness for school because it leads to poor physical health and motor skills, diminishes a child's ability to concentrate and remember information. and reduces attentiveness, curiosity, and motivation. Also avoids students from required utensils like reading and writing material. The next point we have family issues and instability. As family issues and instability is one of the factors creating problems in educational field. Children who live with both parents on average get better grades than children who don't. Family conflicts and disruption can result in poorer academic performance. The third point we have unstable government. Political instability hinders educational development by creating uncertainties. It appears that governments operating in unstable political contexts doesn't have fixed ambition and long-term goals affecting many fields negatively. The last point we have lack of facilities in school or college. Lack of facilities like facility of library, labs, and required technologies directly affect the learning process of learner negatively. It also has a negative impact on a teacher's job satisfaction, which undermines their motivation to teach. As every problem has solution, there we have solutions for problem related to education. And the point one, we have free cost education. It helps all the poor students to attend education free of cost. Students with low family income will be able to get education which directly solves the problem of poor students from being away from education. The next solution we have proper use of technologies. Proper use of technology makes learning fun and makes curious to learn more. It helps in advanced research and effective assessments. It develops proper concept on learner which motivates both students and teacher to learn and teach. The next solution we have practical based education. Yes, it is one of the solution for problem related to education. Practical education is more effective than theoretical education. Such practical education must be given priority in order to encourage self-learning. It also familiarizes students with tools and equipment that he or she will be required to use. The fourth solution we have proper facilities must be provided by school or colleges. School facilities improve the quality of the study environment in the school and colleges, thus improving the quality of education. The last solution we have qualified teachers. Qualified teachers can improve the quality of education. Qualified leads to better teaching, which increases learning capacity. Qualified teachers are also capable of creating proper learning environment, thus helps in solving many problems related to education.
At last, we have Beavers for conclusion.
At the end of our topic, education is definitely important in one's life. A gift of knowledge can bring us to the topic of our dreams. It leads us to the right path and gives us a chance to have a wonderful life. Education makes people capable of doing new interesting things that can go a long way to improving human living conditions and standards. Our whole life is the process of learning and gaining new useful knowledge. We should always remember that getting a good knowledge is imperative in today's society, as our education is really worth investment. Only if you believe and work hard you can achieve anything. By saying famous quote of Elizabeth, I want to in my topic, a good education is a foundation for a better future. Thank you.
This much is our presentation, Father.
Okay, so yeah, not bad. It's good. Okay, one or two improvement we can give is this. Here are some positive points that I found. You say you're prepared very well, and he have gone through the history part and also from the beginning what is education introduction is given, and also how it was in the olden times, how it is now, and what are the various problems faced by the education, and what the famous people who has brought out what education is, what are they saying, what are the standpoint, and also you found out so what are the various difficulties that we find in imparting education to uh, people around, and what are the various advantages of education, why do we need education, those are also some of the points we have brought out. And at the end, you have also given some solution, and you have given a good conclusion also. Okay, so far so good with regard to that. And with the history part, with the technical part, it's okay. With all the presentation is okay. But I would suggest presentation is good. Okay, very well done, very well linked to one to the other. Technical part is doing very well. Okay, maybe we can stop this right now, so that no means record.